myself Kirat. Today's date is 14th of August 2024 and my today's core Java topic is thread life cycle in Java. There are 5 stages in a thread life cycle of Java. In Java, thread type is first one is new, then second one is active, third one is block or waiting, then time waiting, then terminated. In new, whenever a new thread is created, it is always in the new state. For a thread life in new state, the code has not been run yet and thus has not begun its execution. Active, when a thread invokes start method, it moves from the new state to active state. The active state contains two states, with is one is runnable and other is running. In runnable state, a thread that is ready to run its then move to runnable state. In runnable state, the thread may be running or may be ready to run at any given instant of time. It is a duty of thread scheduler to provide thread time to run, that is moving the thread the running state. A program implementing multi-threading acquires a fixed slice of time to each individual thread. Each and every thread runs for short span of time, and when that allocated time slice is over, the thread voluntarily gives a CPU to other thread so that the other threads can also run for their slice of time. Whenever such a scenario occurs, all those threads that are willing to run, waiting for their turn to run, lie in runnable state. In the runnable state, there is a queue where the a program implementing a thread lie. Then second one is running. When the thread gets the CPU, it moves from the runnable state to the running state. In generally, the most common change in state of thread is from runnable to running and again back to runnable. Then second one is blocked or waiting. Whenever a thread is inactive for a span of time, not permanently, then either the thread is in block state or is in waiting state. For example, a thread, let's we consider a name A, want to print some data from printer. However, at the same time, the other thread means we consider a name B, it using the printer to print some data. Therefore, thread A has to wait for thread B to use the printer. Third, thread A is in block state. A thread and block state is unable to perform any execution and thus never consume any cycle of central processing unit CPU. Hence, we can say that thread remains idle until the thread scheduler reactives thread A, which is in waiting or block state. When the main thread invokes the join method, then it is said that main thread it is in waiting state. The main thread then waits for the child threads to complete their task. When the child threads complete their job, a notification is sent to the main thread, which again moves to thread from waiting to active state. If there are a lot of threads in waiting or block state, then it is the duty of thread scheduler to determine which thread to choose and which one to reject, and the chosen one thread is the given opportunity to run. Then time waiting thread, in sometimes waiting for leads to starvation. For example, a thread its name is A has entered the critical section of code and it is not willing to leave that critical section. In such scenario, another thread timed waiting state is given to thread B. Example of time waiting is when we invoke the sleep method on specific thread. The sleep method puts thread in its time wait state. After the time runs out, thread wakes up and start its execution from when it has left earlier, and then terminated. Thread reaches the termination state because of the some reasons. Means when a thread has finished its job, then it exists or terminates normally. Then abnormal termination, it occurs when some unusual events such as unhandled exception or segmentation fault Then a terminated thread means a thread is no more in system. Thank you so much.